So I'm going to talk about option Greeks, mainly delta and gamma. So delta is the change in price of an option for every 1 rupee change in the underlying asset. So for example, if a option has a delta of 0.4, so it means that it the change for every 1 rupee change in the price of underlying asset, the delta will change by 0.4. So higher the delta, uh, higher is the chance of options price increasing or decreasing with change in the underlying asset. For call options, the delta varies from 0 to 1, and for put option, it varies from 0 to -1. Uh, it also helps in determining the probability that that particular option is going to expire in the money or not. So delta of 0.4 means it has a 40% probability that the option will expire at in the money. So similarly, delta is used to calculate when the underlying stock price is same, which is not the case in real life market scenario. In market scenario, the stock prices changes every few like every keeps on changing basically. So for that we need to for that delta cannot be calculated at every instant. So what we do is we find out gamma for that value. So what is gamma? Gamma is like how speed and acceleration are related to each other. Similarly, delta and gamma are related to each other. Gamma is change in price of delta per unit time. So if we have, for example, at 2 o'clock, the price of a stock is 100 rupees. It has a particular amount of delta, for example, 0.4. At 2:05, the price of the stock has become 110. So obviously its delta will also increase. So the delta has become 0.5. So this way we can see that at every instant the price of, since the price of underlying asset is changing, so price of the delta is also changing. So this when we collect all of these delta over a particular unit amount of time and take an average of them, that is what is called gamma. So gamma is basically the uh, change in price of delta for a given unit of time. Apart from that, gamma, whenever delta is if while trading or while option trading, if we are not able to determine whether or not we should uh, buy a particular stock on the basis of delta, that is where gamma comes into picture, since gamma tells us about the stability of delta. So higher the amount of gamma, higher is the risk involved in the it means that if there is high gamma, that means that that delta is changing continuously at a high rate, and if delta is changing continuously at a high rate, means the stock price is changing at a high rate. So the higher the amount of gamma, higher is the risk involved in buying that option contract. So this is how gamma is with the combination of delta and gamma, we can choose whether we should go for the particular option contract or not.